Hello and welcome back to Blue Crescent Tarot. My name is Deanne and today I'm here with a little unboxing, or maybe I should say unwrapping, of the Eyes Wide Tarot. So this is not going to be my first view of the cards because I have seen two walkthroughs, one by the creator, Robin, at Toadstool Tarot, as you can see here, R.L. Crutchfield, and I've also seen one by Mendy at the Artistry of Tarot. So I'm going to include both of those links in the description of this video, but I wanted to do a little walkthrough of my own, and I actually did walk through this yesterday, so now I have seen the cards already in person. Had to get rid of that video because I was not happy with the light and my camera was making a crazy shadow, and I thought that was not very nice to this little deck. So here we are again, and now you'll have a nice clear view, unobstructed by shadows and glares. So I ordered this from Make Playing Cards, and this is the first time I've upgraded to a tin from Make Playing Cards, and you can also custom design tins and things like that. I don't have any from there, so I really wanted to get this one in a tin because I knew I was going to like this deck, and it's from one of our very own Tarot Tube creators, content creators, and now deck creator as well. He actually has a Majors Only deck that he had created back a few months ago as well. That one I do not have, but I've seen a walkthrough of that as well. Similar in some ways to this, kind of a simplistic stripped back style, but very different because that one's monochrome and this one is cute little, what I call candy shop colors. So anyway, let's go ahead and crack this open. Again, if you like a tin deck, I think this was $37 and I think it's well worth it. This is really nice quality. I'm glad I finally bit the bullet and got one of these because I think I'll be getting some more for other decks as well. So one note about the eyes. Typically I'm not a person who likes oversized eyes. You know, there are these stuffed animals and things now that have big eyes, and some cartoons and things like that do that, and I'm just really not into that. What I wanted to say is this doesn't feel like that. So if you have kind of a weird thing about eyes as well, this kind of reminds me more, when I was in like junior high or high school, I had like a round throw pillow that was the same yellow color, and it had black oval eyes and a black smiley face, right? That kind of throwback to the like 60s, 70s smiley face sort of design. And this kind of reminds me of that. So I think it maybe has some of that tie as well for me, why I'm kind of drawn to it. So cracking open the tin here. And the back of the card is the same as that, as the tin. Super cute. And let me just tip these right out. Put them back in order, of course, this morning. So we have here our Fool, and as you can see, stick figure, geometric shapes. I think this is really smart how he did this. We have a couple of the symbols from the traditional Rider-Waite. So we have the Fool with his knapsack, right? One step, 1 foot going out, taking that first step, and the white flower, of course. So I think it's really, just really smart. The Magician here with all of the things on their table. The 4 representations of the suits, elements. The lemniscate, I think it's really nicely done. The High Priestess here with this beautiful purple. Her book, the crescent moon, the black and the white, works very well, I think. The Empress. Really nice contrasting colors kind of throughout, so that's really nice. The Emperor, and you have clear titles here with the number and the name. No Roman numerals, so if that's something that kind of trips you up, this might be nice too. Again, just simple, quick, easy to read. I'm okay with the Roman numerals, but when I was reordering this deck, because I had shuffled it yesterday at the end of my first video and did a little draw, and then when I was putting it back into order, I did notice how nice it was to have the numbers to reorder. I'm fine with the Roman numerals in a reading, but if I try to put decks back in order, which is something I do just to, like, I'll sit and shuffle a deck and then I'll reorder it I don't know, it's just, I think I've heard Sandra at the Whispering Well say that she does that as well. So I don't know, just a weird little habit, I guess. But when I was reordering the deck, putting it back in order, I did notice how nice it was to have that that number there. So these little figures here, the supplicants with the Hierophant, I really enjoy. I just think these little people are so adorable, and we'll see them a couple more times throughout. So again, very easy to read, I think, even without the titles. If you're someone who likes to mod and you want to make this kind of a little square deck, that would be cute. You can take those, looks like pretty evenly off, and just have a little symbols deck. I think that would work well as well. So here we have the Lovers. Really like this card. We have the little trees and the apple or pomegranate, right, being shared here. Again, you can really easily tell what the card is without the title. I think one of the reasons that I'm really drawn to this deck is because of the simplicity. I have decks that are very busy with artwork, and I love those too. I love those for pathworking, like the Shadowscapes, right? Notoriously busy artwork. But I really love just looking at a single card. I also use them for bigger spreads, but there's just a lot of, it's poetic, right? Just looking at it. And I really enjoy things like that. But I also really enjoy simple design cards like this, like clean background. It's just a nice color, and then the image is just kind of dropped in, though I mean it's not dropped, all of these little individual shapes were dropped in there, but to me, I call this, you know, Lenormand because it's got that sort of feel to it. I can just look at it and it's just like a clean, quick symbol, and I really enjoy that. So again, Chariot, easy to tell, the black and white creatures, and makes a lot of sense. Strength, I love this creature looking up at its person. We have the Lemniscate, again, without the name, easy to tell. Really nice colors. Here we have the Hermit with his lantern and this beautiful blue. The colors are just really fun. Wheel of Fortune, and this is interesting with the elements being represented, the suits being represented again here. Sometimes we have animals to represent the 4 fixed signs in the zodiac. Sometimes we have all of the zodiac signs. This is really nice having the magician's table basically appear here again. Bright pink for the back, really nice. Here we have Justice with her sword up and the scales. Really nice color combination again. Things that I wouldn't think of, color combinations I really wouldn't think of, but these work really well. The Hanged Man, I think this person is super cute. Just, again, simple, but works really well. The Death card, I love this so much. Look, here's my favorite little people again. I don't know if they kind of remind me of Legos or something, but they're not, but you know, most Legos, I think, though I think they are starting to make Legos and, you know, like real people colors now. But maybe I'm making that up, but I think they are, since they've done movies and TV shows and stuff like that. But anyway, throwback Legos have like these yellow faces, right? I don't know, it just looks really cute, like little toys. And we have the flag here. I just really enjoy this, and this background purple. So some of these blues, I mean, this is kind of like the High Priestess color again, I think, this bluish purple, and I don't know, the colors are great. Temperance, really love her. Just really pretty, I think. And the Devil, again, really well done, great use of the shapes. We can definitely tell what's going on here. We have the flames and the star on the face to kind of create the horns. The Tower, the Star, I really love this. This might be my favorite major in this deck. I think it really says a lot, even though, again, there's just, you know, these few geometric shapes here. We have the water being given back, and we have, oftentimes when the star comes up, whether it's for a client or for myself, I focus on this, you know, 1 foot in the water and 1 on the earth, right? There's this balance here, and we still have that represented, even though there's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like there's maybe 6 objects here. So really nice, just has a really nice feeling to it, right? When I see it, I really like the vibe. And the moon, 2 different colored dogs or wolves or creatures to represent maybe domestic and wild, or light and shadow, however you read that. The water, the crustacean, the path, it's all there, right? But again, just very simple. The sun, really cute, I think. Judgment, again, I really like maybe like the angels, but I mean the star is like that too. But I just get this really sweet feeling when I see these angels in particular. So that's nice. And my favorite little people. Again, this really kind of cool bluish purple for the color. And then the world. So here we are into our minors, Ace of Cups. These are pip minors. I use scenic minors, but I also love a pip deck. So this is, again, something really great. If you're looking for a pip deck, this one does the job. Ace, 2, 3, the 4 with 1 sort of displaced. Robin had mentioned in his video that in some of the pips he had sort of echoed or referenced the placement of the objects in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So in the traditional 4 cups, we have the person sitting under the tree, 3 cups in one area, and then 1 being offered from this other direction. So it's a nice little nod to that, and if that's something that you think of when you're reading, right? Again, 5 cups with the 2 upright and the 3 overturned. The 6, right, with the kids playing. So I think there's usually a person over here offering this cup, something like that. The 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10 with the traditional Marseille style, either 1st or 10th cup, however you view that, at the top there. Sideways, really nice. The page, the knight, and the courts are all formatted the same, so they're easy to see, right? When you lay it out in a spread, all of the knights have their horse. And our ace is on this kind of nice, it's kind of like a lime olive. It's still bright, but it has that sort of 70s vibe to me. The 2, the 3, the 4. Nice little arrangements here with the pence. And the 10. And our page with the nice pink. Again, the colors work really well together. Nice contrast. This cute little knight. And the queen. Really like the pink and green together. King. And the ace. Here we have the swords. Yellow on the pink. 2 swords are crossed as in the RWS, 3 of swords piercing through what would be the heart. Really like this. 4 with the 1, I don't want to say displaced, but the 1 in a different form, right? Typically this is under the bed and these 3 are above, or maybe they're hanging above, but you get it, right? It's that rest and reflection. It's that same 5 of swords. We have the differences here, right, representing the conflict, 2 up and 3 down, which may not be exactly the same in the Rider-Waite, but maybe it is. I can't think right offhand. But again, we have that, you know, that disjointedness. We know there's a conflict because these are not all orderly. 6 of swords I like, can read this as sort of moving on, moving up, moving toward this calmer water. 7 of swords, again, this disjointedness, but 1 at the higher ground. The 8, sort of making that entrapment. 9 all stacked up like they are above the bed, and the RWS, and the Ten of Swords, right? One man down, so to speak. And the Page. Really nice blue on the quartz. Knight Swords. Beautiful Queen with her little star crown. And the King. And here we have our wands, last but not least. Nice orange color. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, different, right? Showing that disruption or change. That's really nice. 6, one kind of held up in the air in that victory stance. The 7, again, showing when I was talking about 7 swords, oh yeah, I talked about the 2 over on the side. So again, we have 7 wands here, sort of standing your ground, and this one at the higher ground. I maybe mix those references now that I'm thinking about it, because I was looking at swords, but similar, right? We have that the 2 swords and the 7 of swords being kind of you know, sneaking away, and here we have that higher ground image, someone up here being combative and kind of holding their ground to these down here. The 8, traditional placement for the 8 wands. The 9, sort of guarding or protecting what is yours, maybe drawing energetic boundaries away from this. 10 of wands. Again, it seems like with the quote-unquote more negative or challenging ones, we have he's decided to do these, you know, alternating up and down, right? Like something's not right, there's this and there is a lot right with the 10 wands, right? But there was a challenge there. Maybe that's what I'll say. For me, what it's seeming like just on this quick walkthrough, that when some are up and some are down, that indicates those kind of more challenge cards. This is the finish line, and the next beginning also starts here, but it was really hard work to get here, right? Overburdened at the finish line. The Page, really nice purple with the orange here. The Knight. The Queen with her sunflower, beautiful little touch. And the King of Wands. Okay, so now I'm going to have you just focus on my beautiful amethyst that I got from the lovely Jennifer King. And I'll just do a little overhand here, I think. So I can pull out a few and you can see what they kind of look like together. I did this yesterday and really enjoyed the results. It's just really nice. Again, what I've been kind of explaining as these candy shop colors. For me, I have a lot of pastel or dark or moody sort of art styles in my decks, but that's not because I don't like bright colors. I don't very often find one with bright colors that is really kind of my vibe or my feel, and so I don't know if that makes sense, but I tend to go for more either pastel things, or, you know, like watercolor, like the Lily White, or the Radiant Wise Spirit, right, with the moody RWS colors. But for bright, fun colors, a lot of times I'm not really into whatever the artwork happens to be. So I'm really happy to have this deck because it's an art style that I like, and it's the bright, fun colors. So this is going to be really great. And I do have a couple others that check those boxes, so I think they're going to play well together. I really like mixing decks, and so I'm excited to see how this works with other decks too. I actually bought a little Lenormand that I'd never heard of before to the same time I bought this, and I think they'll work really nicely together too. I might do a little combo video to show those as well. So here we go. And you can tell I just overhand for a couple minutes because look, 4, 3, 2. All right, let me riffle it. It's fine. This is a great deck for riffle shuffling anyway, so I just don't have very much space. And I just dropped a chunk, as you can hear. Let's try again. I'm working with about 5 inches of table on this side, so let me see here. There we go. Half of it worked. They're new. They need a little warm up. But this cardstock is the standard make plain card. There we go. And I think it's going to work really well if you are a riffle shuffler. That will be just great for you, I think. I don't know if it's called S30, if that's the standard cardstock at Make Plain Cards, but whatever that is, I'm pretty sure this is it. I would call this like smooth plain cardstock. We're still a little close together. When I'm doing a reading, I shuffle for like 20 minutes, so, you know. But this shows some nice colors here. It looks like I have space for kind of one more even. There's our sun. So there's a few together that you can sort of see, and I'll just pull out in order now. 5 Cups, King of Wands, 8 Pence, and Strength. There's a nice little combo for you to see all together. So anyway, I am really happy to have this deck. Yeah, see what overhand shuffling does when you only do it for 2 minutes. Didn't want to make you wait forever. But this is, I think, a really nice deck. Easy to read, super cute, colors are beautiful, and I think it is an awesome addition to my collection, and really excited to start using it. So keep an eye out. I think this deck is going to be making another appearance when I bust open that new Lenormand deck that I have as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, love to you all.